Good afternoon, guys. Fraser here in Anfield in Liverpool from Never Surrender outreach team. Guys, starting off, I want to get this out of the way, and sad to say today the numbers have shot up again to 44, and it's heartbreaking to see. And I just sent a message to Jim earlier on, just say that checking in, make sure he was alright. I know he would be. Same with Jeff. It's hard what they do. I don't know how they do it. I find it hard just to talk to families with the experience I've got and hearing what they're going through. But then again, like recently I said in my video, I lost a friend through addiction, and he was a veteran himself, and having to see their pain and talk to them, and it's heartbreaking, and that's not even from suicide, and that effect has been massive, and obviously in the veterans community. I've seen a lot of good videos going up highlighting this. But yesterday, the guys who did the big video yesterday, Simon Bean, Big Mad Viking Dean, and Jim Wild, Jeff Williams from Veterans United Against Suicide, and they highlighted really good issues, very good issues, and again, fully supportive of us. That like something needs to be done, and hopefully we can show that, and we keep pushing it. We can't give up on this, and we certainly can't. And I'm going to was it Wednesday I done my video? Tuesday? Getting a bit tracked to the days. It's been mental 2 days. Put the video out. I never expected whatsoever the response what we got, and first of all I would love to thank everyone with the comments, and people who shared it, and people who actually listened to it, because I didn't think, and I'll be honest, I didn't think many people would, so I'm very humbled with that. And like I said, I wanted to get the message out there. I wanted people to have the understanding that they're not alone, because you're not alone. And I can tell you 100%, if anyone's watching now and people who have reached out to me, yourselves, you feel like you're alone. And I've had a few chat with some people this week, and we've talked about this and the stigma around it. And yes, it's hard, and Dean and Simon and the team yesterday brought up that kind of bit. When you get PTSD, then all these services coming in, and which is sad in a way, but I'm going to say I'm proud of the veterans community once again. How tough it's been this week, completely. Like, it's tough every time we get a suicide, and we all know that, but this week especially with 6 and less than 48 hours, that is really bad. And the veteran community are hurting, but the positive we're getting, and the positive, and like I said in my video before, please reach out to one of us or anyone else. We're working with, we're coming together as one. And that's what we need to do. All these groups working together. If we're taking all these cases on, then let's help each other out. I mean, to be honest, I am proud of the guys who have reached out to me, and I cannot thank you for doing that, because I know how hard to say, either you've got a problem, or even say you're an alcoholic or an addict, and I know how difficult to admit that is, and I can't believe it. And people who's watching this now has probably watched that last video, and I'm going to tell you guys, right, with you commenting on your experiences, right, and this is why I done it. right? You're then passing that message on to the next person, and it's getting that ripple effect where people then are going, no, there's no one doing it. Now we've got two. Oh, by God, I'm not alone. And it's so good to see. It's heartbreaking though. It's heartbreaking because I don't like seeing anyone in that. But I am so utter proud of all of them because reaching out and saying, I have got a problem in front of loads of veterans in the community because we know what it's like, you know. And I've seen guys whose messages have been really in detail, absolutely in detail, spot on, and hopefully, like they'll keep on track. We'll keep them. We've got loads of cases coming in. Honestly, to God, I'm looking for support on Never Surrender outreach because we need to get a team built up. Safety net as well. We're looking for guys over there for the emergency side of it. But myself and Rachel, we're tasked with outreach, and very honoured to be given that opportunity by Dave Digger and Eileen and Davey A. He's got a long name, I keep forgetting, and Dean and all that, and then putting the trust into me. That's one thing, and I've always said that it's about making amends, you know, and I don't do this. I don't do this for money. And somebody's even says you can take this up in a career. I don't want to take this up as a career. I want to basically. I don't see it saving lives, and people might go like, "You for real here?" It's not about saving lives because for me personally, saving the life is basically bringing somebody back to the dead, and I don't like coming on boasting about this has happened, we've done this, we've saved that, and blah blah blah, because I don't think it's right on the individual's family. I don't think it's right for the veteran itself because they know it's about them. So basically, all I do is people have reached out, and that's fine to everybody to know because it's given that message that you're not alone, as I said, and we need to do the hard work's just beginning, guys. I mean, honestly, I think other guys in different groups will tell you we're at a stage here. That video went out, and the amount of messages, private messages, the amount of comments on Facebook, right, was unreal. And maybe you've seen them yourself, and appreciate the guys who are tagging me in, people who are struggling. And we need to get these guys help, right? And we need to understand we can't promise them anything. We can't do that at all because that is the worst thing you can do for an addict. But we can attempt in some way with all the resources we have, the contacts, to get that person treated and taken into a detox in a safe location. Because a detox, right, you've got to meet criteria to do a home detox. You can do a home detox with your local authority, but it's like you've got to be not had seizures, not had blackouts, all that kind of stuff. Overdoses will give you one of you that, but having it in a controlled environment in a hospital, you're safe, you're well, and you've got more of a chance. And then this is when we're going to try then tap on with my connection to Tom Harrison House, who are an amazing, and I'll say it again, absolutely amazing. And I'm trying to see what we can set up from there. I know Rebecca Knight as well. She's the one to do things as well by trying to get some fundraising. You have seen the fundraising I've been doing for Tom Harrison House, and it is vital. Because if we can get veterans into Tom Harrison House, remember, right, there's no other rehab in the whole United Kingdom which is for veterans only, which can take in up to 14, 15 people at a time, if memory serves me. And spaces do come up, and it's not nothing like your NHS or private, and this program's so intense. And I'm doing a fundraising now because I have said that funding was cut for them, for people outside Liverpool, so it makes it a bit harder to get the funding for somebody out with. Myself, I had to go homeless. I was happy to do that because I was leaving all my bad memories from Scotland, and that was a big decision for me. And coming here, and I learned, and this is where I am now. This is the sister project, Bridge House project, and they look after you for up to 2 years, and you can get your own place after that. But you're here, you've got a roof over your head, you've got telly, Wi-Fi, everything you need, and you do your meetings. One big thing I didn't mention the last time, I don't think, but it was doing meetings. That was one thing I did not do, and now I do my meetings in AA. I've got myself that sponsor. He's actually, funny enough, a former RSM as well, so he'll tell me how it is. But going back to the guys that are reaching out, keep reaching out, and don't keep it in. And again, we're losing guys. We need to try and get there first, and I like the ideas yesterday mentioned. There should be a hotline for the whole network for veterans, but there's not at the moment. We've only got individuals that's got their own phone lines, including us at Safety Net, but we need to get the message, continue going. You know, having one person doing it, good, but we need to get more people onto this, and we need to get people out there to explain to them that you can be fixed, you can be managed. There's no cure in dependency, there's no cure in mental health or PTSD, there's not. But one thing you can do is learn the tools and learn your triggers, for example, and make a go of your life. And with the right community around you and the right people and support base, you can succeed in this. And I'm hearing some lovely stories of people who have, I can't mention the name, but one of the good ones was somebody had came to me about Tom Harrison House from our page. I gave details and just said how to do it. She gave me a lovely message yesterday. Who a boy was an alcoholic, and he was struggling, and he was living with his parents, and he is now, I can confirm, yesterday he got put into 2 days ago, sorry, he got put into Tom Harrison House. So we are doing something. I cannot sit here and promise and say I can try and get everyone in. It's damn impossible, but it is a good chance, if the criteria is met and so on. The chance is you could get it, you know. And one thing, I don't promise anything, and that's the worst thing you can do. You can't promise anything to any addict. You can't promise anything, because one little thing could just set them back to square one. And it is good. I mean, there's loads of names I could go through in the past few days, and who messages of support. And I will be on. As usually, I'm taking a wee weekend off because it's been mayhem. I need to rest as well, and I'm going to say this to other guys as well. You need to rest as well, keep your health going, recharge, because we're all going to have to work together here, and we're not good if we're all burning ourselves out. And I have to say, I have been in the past 48 to 3 days now, so I'm going to have to try and get some form of rest myself, but I will still be there, and people who's reaching out, I will pick up messages, and we have got a good team. Rachel's who helps me, we work together. We've got Rachel there. We're taking in new guys as well, so if there's anyone, even if I believe Safety Net is as well, we're looking to try and get a team who, you don't need to be qualified for outreach. We can give you some training, and you can give something back to veterans as well. Maybe you've had your own experience, and that experience could be something we can do with, you know. I've had people calling out and saying if we could do it. There is training programs there. Safety Net is much above us. They're a crisis call. So they do the assessments to see what's going to be needed for this individual, and then if there's nothing major, then they come down to us at outreach, and we can get them. Yesterday, I've got to thank Nobby. He contacted us. Well, one of his friends contacted us two nights ago, and it was about a veteran, and I think it's Folkestone Dover area. I think it might be Dover, and yeah, he was sleeping in an old World War II bunker or something, and Rachel Kindly from our team, absolutely amazing job she done yesterday. She went down to at Dover at 6:30 last night. We got comms, Nobby and Rachel went down there and met the individual. So we've got details. Hopefully we can get an update, because we obviously with the COVID, and hopefully we can use, because there was legislations about people who were sleeping on the streets, and hopefully we can get them into emergency accommodation. At least that is the first bit that's tackled, because we're going to have a couple more individual things to sort with this person. So that's it is working. The message is going out, and we just need to keep doing that. And to bring these suicides down, we need we've got what I think Jeff and that said 4.1 million veterans. Some do their own thing, fair enough, but in the end of the day, if you were in war, or if you were in anywhere else, you needed everyone else. So for once, come together, listen to the call, and support, because we can't all do this alone. I can't, Rachel can, the guys over at Safety Net, and they can't do it alone. We need Jews to be eyes and ears on the ground as well, and come to us and say, right, we've got one here. Remember, there's other groups as well, and we don't have any different agreements. We don't have any fallouts. We just want to help veterans, and that's it. And certainly myself, I don't want to see an individual go down the route what I took. And I've got to pray. I pray every day, and I've never been religious, and I pray every day thanking whoever it is. I don't know, it's just something that's came naturally to me now. Having chronic pancreatitis, which is it's hard to deal with. I'm dealing with it every single day, and it's tiring and it's painful, mentally draining, but I'm still fighting that, and I'm going to continue fighting that, and I'm not going to give up, and I'm certainly I'm not going to give up ever. I know for a fact if I was to take another drink, I won't be here. I know that, and my recovery is going to continue, and I appreciate everybody who's supporting and following my recovery, and guys who are struggling themselves, they're following my recovery as well. And like, these videos are for you as well, guys. What you've done in the past 2 days, I am so proud of you, and for being I know for a fact every single veteran will be proud of the guys that spoke out there. We're brothers and sisters coming together and saying, right, I can relate to that. Oh, so can I, and it's just that ripple effect, and it's amazing to see. It is truly amazing to see, because they're not doing it alone. For ages they were doing it alone, and all of a sudden we've opened this can of worms, and everyone's coming to us. And that's not just us. When I say us, I mean all the veterans groups, because that's what it is. We're here for everyone, even civilians. We will not turn anyone away. Civilians support us too, so we give them something back as well, because it's not about this one for all and one rule for another. We all need to work together, and I'll happily help someone who's not even in the veterans community, because I have done that, and it's something I'm not going to do, and I have done it again. I've even put myself at risk once, by bringing one person back to my house, and would I do it again? Yeah, because that guy's now getting help, and he's off the street, and he's in a safe place, and I think he's now two weeks sober, and clean, which is the main thing, and that's why I do it. I don't do it for anything else. I do it for myself, and I do it for the people that I care and love about, and who are struggling, because there's not here that you've got your addiction, you've got all that. There's not much support for addictions, and to deal with PTSD, you need to deal with the first thing is getting rid of the drink or the drugs, because you can get a dual diagnosis if you were still drinking and needed to go into the mental health team, and they won't assess you for 6 months, because it will give you a dual diagnosis, because you can get psychosis, as I've told you in the last video. So yeah, I'm going to say thank you again, guys. Keep sharing the video far and wide. I was quite surprised. I actually got a couple messages for America about a couple of guys struggling over there, and what I'm hearing over there, it's night and day what they do for the veterans out there. And I've heard, I think it was Dean, Jim Wild, and that. I've heard them saying about a VA place over there, and that was the first time I heard that. And yeah, something like that needs to be done here, you know. But again, it's a weekend, guys. I'm going to alliterate a message to people. Watch yourself at the weekend. Weather's not too bad here. And if people are struggling, please reach out. It doesn't matter. My email address is on Never Surrender page. And it's on Never Surrender page. And I don't know if it's on Outreach yet. I'll need to check in that one. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there, because I can guarantee there's going to be a lot more videos done by others. I'm going to say have a really good weekend, folks. Stay safe. Please check on somebody who's struggling. And if you know someone who's struggling, contact Safety Net at Minds of War, who on the number should be on top of my Facebook, and it's practically all over Facebook. So yeah, if you are struggling, please get in contact. And if you are drinking or using whatever and you've spoke to me, please just watch out. You know where I am, just give me a message, whatever, text. I know guys have been phoning me during the night. I'm happy with that, you know, as long as I get my rest, because I need to recharge my batteries, then that's fine, guys. But again, thank you, and keep supporting the veteran pages, because we can't do it without you. Yous are our eyes and ears on the ground, bringing information to us, and we're absolutely grateful for that. God bless you all, and stay safe, and hopefully we can help others. Let's continue doing that. Thank you, guys.